Hey everyone, it is Julie Ann Meyer, the host of Own Your Wellness. I am excited. Welcome to season 2. Can you believe it? Already season 2, episode 1. And I could not think of a better guest than Mr. Mikey Adam Cohen himself. He has changed my life in the last year in such a dramatic way. I'm impressed with this man, to say the least. I mean, what this guy can accomplish is unparalleled. He's artistic, he's thoughtful, he's creative, he's always giving, like always. But you know what? I'm going to just bring him on and have him talk because he can say himself better than I can, and I don't want to waste any more time on me. Hey, Mikey!
Loving that vibe. That intro was like so great. I loved it. I mean,
oh, thank you. It is so good to see you. So for those that don't know, Mikey and I had the honor of creating the Live with Joy Summit series together. And, you know, he's literally on my, those fast call lists. I think I talked to Mikey more in 3 months than I did my own boyfriend. So, but anyway, enough about that. I would love for you to tell the audience a little bit about who you are and what you do, because you do so much and for so many different people, and you have all these projects, and I would love for you to just share about yourself.
Well, thanks, Jules. First of all, the Live with Joy Summit was your baby, and you know, I was grateful to be a part of it. It was one of the best things I've ever done in my whole life. I'm just so grateful to be a part of it. What I have going on now, let's just go back. I've always been a connector. I've been behind the scenes at many music festivals, interviewing like the greatest people on earth. Also in motivation, same circles, just being of service and really providing a value over delivering, as you know, which is really hard because you have to be accountable and you really have to, make sure that you have the right mindset in anything you go into. And that was the big thing with us with the Live with Joy Summit. Wouldn't you agree, Julie, that, if you got out of your own way and were able to change your mindset, anything's possible. So what I'm doing nowadays is trying to create the #1 branding industry, company of sorts, where anyone can go and get something like merchandise or motivational, materials at a discount and at a big discount, and partner with all the greatest people on earth, and then also get them to provide a kids-friendly version of it, because kids are a big part of what I do. Purpose and kids are a big part of what I do. That's just one thing. One of the things I have going on. I'm launching 6 businesses projects this next year. It's this next year, so I'm launching them soon. It's going to be really exciting. I can't wait. I have a really great team together. Jules, you're welcome to be a part of it. You're so busy with everything you're doing. I just, with the show, but you're welcome to be a part of it. We have health, wellness, philanthropy. We're going to cover all the bases and just really provide value. And I think the best relationships, the best investment you can make right now is in people.
Oh, amen.
And the people in your life and the people and in yourself. That's the best investment you could make. So what if you lost money this last year or you're unhappy? It's today. Move on, change your mindset, and invest in people. Don't invest in stocks. What can I tell you? I've never been good like that. You know that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too that you talk about, as well as a bunch of people that we're in contact with, and that is that relationships are currency. So really, if you want to grow,
right. It's like joy. The currency. How would you spend it?
Exactly. So you are huge in the music industry, and I know that the festivals and all that. Obviously, it's not the same right now because of COVID. But how important would you say that music is to elevate people's attitudes, minds, all of that? What's your opinion on that?
Well, to me, it's very important. I wake up at 4 a.m. and I manifest first thing. When I manifest a high frequency. There's an app that you can get. I think it's called Sonic, and you can set it for whatever frequency you want. So you can manifest at the highest frequency that you can take, and manifest your dreams. I think it's super important. Back to the question, healing through music is super, that's one of my nonprofits, because I think the power of music. You could be having the worst day, anything that could have just happened to you. You put on like your favorite song, or like even an upbeat beat, like just watching your intro, Jules. I think that pretty much was cool for me, especially being a gay man, just grooving out to your intro, like, was pretty great. So yeah, it's definitely important. And I think just vibrational frequency, everything that we do in life is on a frequency. And so, we need to raise that. So.
No, that's so well said. And, people don't really understand the importance of that fully. And to put it in a little more perspective, I'm sure you know this, but, sounds and frequency can literally break glass. Like you can literally it changes molecules, it changes things. So why wouldn't, what you listen to be important?
Exactly. She's the smart one. We're pointing which way. Yeah, she's the smart one. So like, that's, you got to stick with people like Julie. Yeah, definitely. That's true. Yeah. Breaking glass. Probably not.
I mean,
that's a very good example. Yeah.
Well, I have a science background, which is kind of funny because now I'm like all hippy dippy, but yeah, I definitely have the science background. So I still bring everything back to science and everything, I want it to make sense to me on all levels and I have a lot of faith in real life and faith in general, but I also love to have like a real world example like that. So speaking of you waking up at 4 a.m., because I know you get up at 4 a.m.
Because when we did the summit, I'm like, be texting you, where's the link to go on? Where is it? No. That's my bad too. Like I'm not a good organizer. That's why now I have a virtual assistant, Julie, too. And I also wanted to say, if anyone needs a virtual assistant, because I know how much they could be, I have a company that I'm with right now, and we can provide a virtual assistant to anyone for $1,200.
Woohoo! That's amazing.
What a bargain that is. And they'll do all your needs, and they do all your marketing, all your internet marketing. They can help build your followers, everything within one agency. $1,200. It's like the best deal possible.
That is a really good deal, especially because a lot of the times people run into issues with they'll hire one and then all of a sudden nothing gets done and now your money's gone. And also you don't have control over your own stuff anymore either.
And you're not organized to begin with, because you left that up to the virtual assistant. So now you're like chaotic. Yeah. So a virtual assistant is definitely the way to go. It definitely takes the stress off anybody. It's a worthwhile investment. Can't say enough. Just like Harrison Klein. Harrison Klein, let me tell everybody, is a worthwhile investment. And I'm part of his breakthrough class, just like Shanda's that you took. I'm taking myself. I'm scared, but I'm doing it. In this January, every Sunday for a good 12 Sundays or more. And it's going to gut me open, slice me apart, spit me out, and I'm going to be the best version of myself possible. It's illumination and breakthroughs. So I can't wait. It's a $10,000 course. There's 2 spots left. If anyone else wants to sign up, I can give them the details.
Perfect. I love that. And so you'll put in the link later in the Facebook page where people can go to talk with you about that, or even privately, we can make sure we get that up.
And whoever up, we'll be kicking Julie down some money too, because what she has going on, we'd love to support as well.
Oh, that's so sweet. But you know what? I want to get back to talking about you. So let's do that. I know that, like I mentioned before, you get up really early and you have an amazing friend named Shelly, who I actually got to know as well. And she does these amazing sound baths. Oh, we're back to sound again. But I know that you also are huge into meditation. What is it about meditation that is the most beneficial for you? Like, what are the results that you receive, whether it's actual physical things, mental? What is that for you?
So there's a few steps that right when I get up, I have a dream journal, and I immediately put in my dream journal what I was dreaming about, like before I woke up. And it could be the most crazy things when you look back at it. But usually what you're dreaming about is stuff that, matters to you or you want to accomplish. Number one. Okay. So then I go into my mantras. It's powerful. The words I am are super powerful. And Shelley talked about this in one of our sound baths. But it's really important that you say, I am successful. I am abundant. I am happy. I am joyful. I am going to make a change today. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that you're creating the intention to yourself. And if you don't say it out loud, it doesn't really help. You're going to have someone else say it, and whatever, you have to say it out loud. And I recommend saying it 5 times in a row, because that really kicks it back in the brain. Anything you think about for 3 days in a row, manifests itself, just so you know. So if you're like worried about something and you're worried about it overly because you're watching something on TV and you're not sure like if this is the right president or this is the right situation to get in, if you think about it for like 3 days, that's going to be embedded in your mind. And you don't want most of the stuff that's on media or social media in your mind. You want to keep that free. You want to protect that. You want to, keep it holy. But meditation has a lot of great value to it. And what I like about it is you can just breathe, and exhale, and just listen to the sounds around you. You're not letting your brain think about, oh my God, I want to accomplish this, I want to accomplish that, I want to go there. You rapid fire back and forth. You just relax like this. That's right. I learned a lot of that in NLP as well. But you get your mind to calm down. And that's the most important part of meditation, is to control your thoughts.
You know what my spiritual mentor said a while back, and it's always stuck with me, and it was that your breath has never failed you. And it's like, even when you're sleeping, you're breathing. Even if you're upset, you're breathing. No matter what, like, people have failed you, other things have failed you, but your breath has never, ever, ever failed you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So
that's true. You know what? Another great gem of wisdom there, Jules.
Well, I wish I could take credit for that one, but I want to spread it around because I thought that was beautifully said.
I thought Barry had some great ones on your show the other day too.
I know. My favorite, and this one has saved my butt even in the past couple of days, is that later is the first step to never. And I was like, oh my gosh, even like setting my goals for the new year, things like that. I was like, I'll do it later. And I was like, no, I won't. Time to do it now.
Yeah. So like, that's one of the big things I learned from David Meltzer, as you know, from the World's Greatest Motivator project that we did. But, what happened to my system here? I wasn't he believes in doing it now. You do everything right when you think about it. So let's say, depending on what it is, but if it's something major, you write it down, but you don't forget to do it as soon as possible. Like, don't put anything off. If someone asks you, did you contact this person? Did you contact that person? Don't just say, yes, you did, and don't do it. Make sure that you have the intention and you actually follow up. It's for your own benefit that they're asking. Most of the time, you don't know what the person's intention is, but you should question it. You should just go with the flow, not have any expectations, and just be wowed by everything in life. I mean, it's really not that hard, people, like to thrive at a really great level of success in your life. It's a few steps and a lot of great connections. And
something that you have written about that I read recently that you sent me was amazing. And it was about not working so hard. And it was like, you can work super, super hard and still not get anywhere. And I'd love for you to speak about that, because a lot of people think or assume that they, in order to become extremely wealthy or extremely successful, they have to grind 24/7. And if that were true, I would have been a gazillionaire by now, because I've been known to do that. So I would love for you to share what you shared with me, please.
Well, so yeah. So part of that is too, I'm creating a strategic partner, global change agent, council of sorts. It started off, we're doing a, I created 2 masterminds that we're actually going to debut here soon. And I really just wanted like the most incredible team possible, because I created it as a business. I established my own business. I have a team of lawyers, and I'm starting a business. It's pretty exciting. I'm also creating a nonprofit side of that. And the nonprofit side is that we do a mastermind. So the people in the mastermind not only are incredible people, but the people that are our clients in the mastermind that go to the mastermind can all have a say in what changes they want in society. And we can make things happen, whatever level we're at the time. And then we can seek investors to partner with us. And then within the mastermind, we can teach people about branding and partnerships and all that. But it's what your question was about is it's just seek out the people that know the most about whatever you want to do. And most of the time they're open to talking to you. You can get a 15-minute, 30-minute consult and not have to work as hard and not have to be exhausted and not get any sleep and then be angry because you're in that same old cycle. You align yourself with the best of the best. And then what I also do now is you delete I want everybody to take this advice and actually do it. And it's not to hurt those people in your life, but I want you to pick 1,000 people that are on your Facebook. And I want you to, if you haven't heard from them or you don't even know them at all, and you added them and you have no idea who they are, you've never once seen their posts, like when you go do a birthday and you're like, who is this person? Know who this person is? Delete them. And then what I encourage you to do is look up some of the biggest influencers, motivators. It could be sound healers, light workers, whatever it is that you think you're best at, whatever your purpose and your intention is that you were born with, and find that people that are 10 times greater than you think you are. And then you add those to your Facebook. And before you know it, you're going to start to have conversations and you're going to start to be influenced by them in their posts. And before you know it, you're going to be at that level. And it's just going to happen organically. And it's something that's so basic, but you really just need to put yourself in a sea of sharks. That's why Shark Tank's such a great show. You put yourself in a sea of sharks because they know potential. They know what people can do, what not to do. And, you might not be ready for that experience at that time. But when you are, everything that you want in your whole life starts happening for you. And, just like our summit, I never thought possible. Well, I mean, I did think possible, but I didn't know how to do it at the time. Was that we'd have a podcast. And, I got 2 agreements from Apple now that, we're going to have a podcast on Apple of the Live a Choice, which is super exciting. And then
super exciting.
We had quite a few people, and a lot of them didn't even get to be on that. They're going on Summit 2, 3, 4, up to 10. Who knows, right?
They're coming
with you. So that's super exciting. But you never know what you're capable of unless you put yourself out there, and just seek out the people that can make things happen for you. Don't be afraid. The least they could do is say no, and then also be very mindful of your time and their time. This is what I learned this past 2 months. Now that my mom was ill and I'm taking care of her as well, and she's getting better every day, I need to be more mindful of my time. And so with that being said, I need to be more mindful of the people I talk to's time. And and I still write, God knows, 100 paragraphs to say one thing. So that's gonna change. I'm gonna get better at that, and just smaller bullet point questions and get their answer and then go from there and back and forth. And I'll just wait to get my answer instead of spitting it all out, vomiting all over them. So
what I love about you, Mikey, is that you have this willingness to learn from anybody and everybody that comes across your path. That being said, as you mentioned, you are careful who comes across your path. So I think that that is really important, and it deserves to be mentioned again and highlighted, because, you know, you're talking about Facebook, and a lot of us spend a lot of time on Facebook, Instagram, or those sort of things. But when you do change who your friends are on there, the feed changes. And so, you know, I went from working in the addiction industry, so everything was about addiction recovery, everything. And now it's all positive mindset, living healthy,
Well,
because
you even know if you like started to add some of the people that I connected you to for the summit, you just add some of their profiles. You're in a whole new ballgame, a whole new world, Jules. And
exactly.
that's the world that like I saw for you. I wanted you to have. I mean, I wanted you to have it all. That's you know where I was coming from, and I think you're on your way now. Look at you. I mean, I'm so happy with the journey. So happy with your life. Um,
That's so sweet of you to say, Mikey.
get married and have some babies. That's all.
Oh, no babies.
What?
No babies. Never having babies.
Okay.
Getting married, yes. Babies, no.
French bulldogs would be great for you.
There you go. Now we're talking four-legged babies. Absolutely. I'm totally down for some four-legged ones.
Don't,
How's yours?
don't get that twisted.
I know. How is your baby?
You know, she's great. She has special needs. We've been looking at properties to live in, and you know, it didn't always. I mean, we'd go look at a property, and you know, she'd throw up. She'd throw up 4 times, and they couldn't help but just love her because of her reaction afterwards. She was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Daddy. I ruined it for you," whatever else. And you know, they fell in love with her just like I did. So it's okay, you know. And I think it takes a lot to have the patience. I think that's why dog people I resonate with, because it takes a lot of patience. You have to care for someone other than yourself. And I think that once you gain that respect for, you know, someone else, that requires a lot of your time. That, you know, those are the people I resonate with. Not saying I don't resonate with you, Jules.
Hey, I've got a dog. I've got 2.
And you know, just so during the Live with Joy summit, and knowing that Jules is a fitness trainer, I just and motivational coach, guru, talk show host. I don't know what else she's going to add to her resume yet, but you know, I started walking and I started exercising, but I wasn't really putting my A game into it. You know, I was just doing it to see how it looked on camera, maybe, or something. But now I'm doing it for myself, because all these things that I set for myself, and I'm cognizant of, you know, how I look on camera. And, you know, right after the Live with Joy summit, I've been on, gosh, hundreds of Zooms and speeches all over the world. And when you have to look at yourself and you're not happy with your image, it's time to do something about it. And you can't just keep saying, you know, it's them, it's you. You really got to make the change. You know, my foot's been having problems for quite some time now. And I talked to a nutritionist recently, and they said, I can tell you your whole problem. And I was like, what? And they said, your foot will not be black anymore. And I'm like, what is it? You need to eat red meat. And I was just like, you're crazy. And then she said, no, you need to eat steak, juicy, bloody steak. I'm like, it's not going to be bloody. It's going to be, you know, butterflied and black burnt, you know, at first. But you need to like incorporate that. She said, eat a steak tonight. Do me a favor, do it for the next 3 or 4 days. This is my legal team, by the way, who's also a nutritionist. And she said, you won't believe your foot will heal. You will feel better. Everything that you're experiencing that was wrong, like you'll be more clear mentally. She was right. And then so then I ate steak a third day in a row, and it was really hard to chew. I don't think I could do it. And then she says, Jules, by the time like where I need to be, where she's at now, go into the butcher shop and get the animal's blood and just drink it down. I know, look at your face. That's how I thought. She craves the animal blood. She craves it raw, like, and she can't get enough. Well, people, I don't know if that's going to happen to me, but let's just say it incorporates meat into your body, because this is her logic behind this. Okay, think about the way the earth is. There's animals, and animals have been on the planet for years. Well, animals eat animals, we eat animals. Like, if you have to think about how the product was made, don't eat it. So like, I've been eating tofu as a vegan for so long, but yeah, I have no idea how the F it got there.
Yeah.
No idea where this tofu came from. And now knowing that, like, the tofu was causing a lot of my pain, a lot of my digestive issues, and a lot of my blood flow issues, all related to something I thought I loved.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is not, there's no right diet. There's a right diet for who you are. And, I love that you're talking about that, because you were open to try something new, and nutrition actually helps you. Changing your diet has actually helped you. And people think that, oh yeah, that's like the last thing, but it really does matter what you put into your body. And personally, I will never be a vampire, and I will never get to the point where I'm drinking animal blood. But that's me, and that's what's right for me. Now, if it meant that it would save my life somehow, I'm pretty sure I'd be able to choke it down. I would figure out a way.
There's a will, there's a way. If I have to put in the blender with like my favorite drink and get it down, I didn't mean cocktail or anything. Maybe I did. I don't know. If I have to pour tequila on it and smash it up in a blender and drink it down, I'm getting it in me. And you know what? Seriously though, when I ate the steak, I think every time I've gone to McDonald's, as bad as it is for me,
yeah,
I go there, I just get the meat, and I don't get the bun, and I don't get the fries. It sucks. Maybe I'll get a small fry and put like 3 with my burger, and then throw the rest away. But I've always felt great. Something about it, Look at your face again.
I'm so horrified. You just said the M word.
Yeah, if that's whatever your go-to, whatever meat you can get into your body, it's better than like all those processed foods, or that you have no idea how they got on the shelves in the grocery store. But just because it's on the shelf, just like all those keto products that are on the shelves, they're not good for you. Like, there's certain keto that's great for you, ketones that are awesome for you, but most of the products in their grocery store are there for you to pick up and try, and they don't do anything for you except make you fatter. Just like my mom, who's diabetic, we recently got her a bunch of glucose tablets. And all the doctors coming to the house are like, why are you taking, hey Sherry, I love you,
I know, me too.
Why are you taking sugar pills, basically? Well, because my sugar's too low. Well, then you eat, then you take some insulin, and you have a cracker and some hummus. And within that cracker, there's enough sugar in the cracker, in the carbohydrate, and that's it. And I got her all sugar-free chocolates. Jules, her blood pressure was, her blood sugar was like 500 almost every other day. She was almost in coma daily, and that's dropped down now to like 100 daily, which is amazing. We've made huge strides. She, and that's part of like what's keeping her healthy and her mind working again. It's, and she can't cook, so we control her diet. So
sometimes that's what it takes.
Best medicine.
Well, we do have to go to commercial break. So Mikey, I'm going to bring you back in just a minute. We'll be right back. Okay.
Engine closed.
So anyway, now you guys know I love me some Mikey Adam Cohen. He is such a sweet guy, and his heart is always in the right place. I mean, I can say that with all genuineness and everything else. And I just love his insights as well. And I do want to take a moment now to say hello to everybody who's watching us live. Sherry, it's so nice to see you. But we do have to go to commercial break. So we will be back in just a moment. Hey everyone, we are back again. So without further ado, I'm not going to waste any time. Let's just bring back Mikey. Hey, Mikey. Nice.
Right. No.
So anyway, we're talking about health and wellness, and I am so happy that you have decided to make these steps for yourself and also with your mom, because if anybody knows you at all, they know how important your mom is to you. So it's got to be kind of nice, though, to sort of have this time to be able to help her, whether she wants it or not. Has she come around a little bit to the new way of eating, or is it still a challenge?
Yeah. See, at first, she would say, everything tastes the same. Well, because it was the same food most of the time. So, we became inventive, and we actually sought out chefs that can provide meals. And there's quite a few out there that are incredible. And I can give you your viewers resources if they want, but that will actually, do a prepared meal, and you can actually customize it. And so you could do this as low as like $12 to $20 for 2 meals a day. But and if you don't want to, but we opted not to do that, and just to, I give my mom choices, and usually it's, no, can you go to get me fast food instead? No, we can't. So if you don't tell us what you want to eat, and we order the list, and we because COVID and all, we want to limit our exposure into the grocery stores and whatever not, so we make lists, and there's certain things that she can have and certain things that she can't. Does she try to sink the other stuff in? Sure, love you, mom. But then she's reminded where she wants to be, and where she sees what she sees for herself, and she wants to be around for us. And so, and we're lucky that she's around, and we're lucky that this didn't turn out worse. And so many of my friends' parents and loved ones were lost this last year, and it wasn't just COVID; it was some horrific just deaths that happened just by them not taking care of themselves in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's all an awakening of sorts.
It is. And it is kind of a perception. And I know for me, years ago, I did a 4-week juice cleanse. So I only had juice for 4 weeks. And it really wasn't that hard for me. But I also wasn't working at the time, so I didn't have to deal with all that extra stress. And I wouldn't recommend that necessarily for anybody. I'm just saying that's what I did. But the beautiful thing about doing that was that it gave my taste buds a chance to change, reset. And so that when I started eating healthy, it tasted different. It tasted better. And it takes a while for that to happen. But if you can get past those cravings, then more power to you.
Yeah, I tend to do that. I tend to do the juice cleanses like once every 6 months or so. I think it's really important to like cleanse the liver, do a liver cleanse, and really just, I mix in so many different things, kale, all these different things. And yeah, you're right. You start to really taste things differently right afterwards, and you feel better because you've, let your body detox and get rid of like a lot of the toxins have been in your body for so long that you didn't even know were there. So
yeah, exactly. And it brings up an interesting point that if we can't
that Clarity should be a sponsor on your show because it's about wellness, and Clarity should be a product. That's what it brings up. No.
Actually, I like that. I'll have to talk to her. But what I was thinking about was that the addiction we have to sugar and to food-like substances and, just processed things. And, it just plays on our natural fight or flight, like we, back in the day when we were hunters and gatherers, and we would eat the berries and we would gorge on them because we didn't know when we'd get them again, or things like that. But obviously, if all you have to do now, you don't even have to drive to McDonald's. They'll freaking, drop it off at your house. Like, it's like, talk about lazy. But then you're ingesting something that's not even real food. Or like Subway. Did you hear about Subway? Their bread? I think it was in Sweden.
Oh, I saw something about it. I mean, I don't want to believe everything, but yeah, that's definitely scary. And just like recently, one of my favorite breads in the whole world, King's Hawaiian, is
no.
not, it's made in
Oh,
China. Made in China. It's not made with the ingredients that anyone says. No wonder why it tasted so good. It tasted like something we've never had in the United States. Well, that's true. It's not from the United States. But yeah, just like beef jerky. I was like, I don't know where this comes from, but I've been a beef jerky addict my whole life. And, Jules, I have a new addiction. I'm addicted.
Uh-oh.
I have a brand new addiction. I'm really addicted to something right now.
What is it?
It's Clubhouse. It's called Clubhouse. It's a brand new app. It's taken over the world. I just wanted to say, Paul and Rohan that are running it, thank you for the opportunity to work with them. It's the most incredible app. And it's all, have you heard of it?
No, not at all.
Everyone we know, everyone you know through me, is spending all their time on Clubhouse right now. It's an application on your phone, on your computer. You have to have an Apple product to use it. Do you have an Apple product?
iPhone?
Yes, there you go. All right. So you're in. That's all you really need. And what you do is you can sit on panels with all the people that you admire in the whole world. I sat on one with Gary Vee just like today. It was phenomenal. It was so fun. And people like Oprah and Ellen and Jimmy Fallon, like Tiffany Haddish, they're all Tyler Perry. They're all like coming into the rooms. They're all like guests on the panels. They're all giving feedback to the people on there. It's like, it's finally the place where everyone feels validated and accepted, and it's all audio only.
Oh,
You don't
wow.
see anybody. You don't see anybody, but like, this is where the meditation, like we were talking about before, and how it calms the mind. What also calms the mind, if you can have a talk show, you don't have to think about what you're wearing, and you don't have to think about how your lighting is, or how your microphone is, or what your background looks like. You could just be and just live and be still in the moment and just have authentic conversations with people about what you really want in your life. And they have all these amazing, powerful people, like from every genre, like the power hitters, like all the Forbes 40 under 40.
Mm-hmm.
And you can talk to them, ask them any question, and they'll answer it, and they'll give you practical advice, and you can make anything happen that you wanted to. It's the most incredible app that I've ever been on in my whole life. I mean, I've tried them all. I've tried MySpace, it's on MySpace back in the day. Those of you who want to follow me, now Clubhouse owner is my at Clubhouse owner. If you actually get one of their jobs, they actually make you an owner within the company. I'm not saying I got one yet, but I'm saying I am trying my hardest. And so part of the intention is to create that intention, is visualize yourself as one of the owners of this incredible app. I mean, you'll see everybody. Barry Shore was on there, and is like, I forgot how it goes, but hello, my beautiful, friendly, bountiful, beautiful bee. not a good Barry.
There's an impression.
Yeah, you have to visualize that in your head,
Yeah.
But that's what I was seeing. Yeah, very good, Jules. And it's great. It's the most incredible. And then so you can create your own group on there, own your own wellness, and pick the biggest people on the planet, Jules.
Yeah.
And have them speak. And you know what? This is how addicting it is. I've been on it for like 2.5 weeks now, and you have to be invited. You have to be invited, so you can't just be on it. I'll have to invite you. But what it does is we go on there at like 8:00 in the morning, and then like I'll go help my mom. I'll do all the other stuff. As soon as like I'm done with that, I'm back on there. Not getting any sleep, like no sleep all night. They're on the panels all night long, 24 hours a day.
Wow.
You can check in, like let's say I let my dog out in the middle of the night. Well, there's Oprah's giving a talk right now, and I could be in the room and I can ask a question. You raise your hand, you press the button, you raise your hand, and she actually answers. It's really incredible. It's the most incredible app I've ever seen or been a part of, and the buzz on it is just going through the roof. I mean, you have every single person in every walk of life, they're crushing it.
Yeah.
But what's cool about it is, this is the other thing that's cool about Jules, is I think Obama was in one of the rooms the other day.
Oh, wow.
I told him not to talk because he wanted just to go up on the stage and talk. Well, it doesn't work that way with this. It's about free speech and opportunity, and everyone has a turn to talk. So just like whoever's been in the room the longest and they raise their hand, Obama has to wait in that order in order to keep a tally along the side. And Obama has to wait for his turn.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. I love that. That's such a new product.
It's really cool.
Have you ever heard of Randonautica?
I think I saw something about, I was looking at other it gave me an idea of looking at other podcasts, seeing what I could.
Well, it's not a podcast. It's this really cool thing. It's an app that you can put on your phone. Anybody can put on their phone, and then you like pick an intention, and it'll find a place, and you go to that place that's randomly picked from your phone, and you'll find what you're looking for. So some people do weird stuff like, okay, I want to find.
It's like Choose Your Own Adventure meets what's it called? Where they lock you in the room. No, I don't know.
They lock you in the. Are you talking about like the escape room?
Yeah, I love that, by the way. Yeah.
I just thought it was really fun. Actually, one of my first guests that I had on the show, she told me about it, and it was really cool because you just set an intention, and then you pick something, and then you just go and explore in real life. It's really cool.
But so they give you like the guidance to do it, and then you actually live it out.
Yeah, you like just go to wherever it is. Yeah, it's really neat.
Really cool. No, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
That could be a sponsor for your program right now. Clubhouse, if you're listening, Own Your Wellness would be an incredible show for you to, utilize what you do on the app. We could just have black screens and people could just talk. I don't know.
I love it. That's so fun. So you have recently lost some weight yourself, and besides walking, what else changed for you in your life? What was something that you changed to make that happen?
Burpees.
You're doing burpees?
Oh my God, so painful, but yes, I'm doing burpees. Like I started, I think I could do like 10 when I first started. I'm up to like 75 every other day, not every day because it hurts. Maybe every day, soon, and then I walk a minimum of 2 miles to 3 miles every day, usually hiking, or if I don't get out, because I'm on Clubhouse or some of these other apps, then which actually I've heard people walk, like there's a guy on there that was speaking, but he was also walking, and so you could hear him like the steps in the ground. It was really interesting because you could actually hear the ground right now. He says, I'm in Sweden where it's minus 10 degrees. So, and he's speaking and walking, and you can hear like the ice, like the crashing of the ice as he's walking. And at first we're all looking around listening, but looking around the room in our head, like, is someone's mic on? Are we hearing interference? But no, it's him walking through the snow. Oh, it's just, it's really great to use those auditory skills again and kind of frame it out in your head the way you think it's happening, and it's up to observation. But yeah, I'm doing burpees. That's one of the things I started doing. I started drinking like a gallon of water every day. I put on a post that I was going to drink 5 gallons a day, and people like says, you're going to kill yourself. You can't drink water a day. Well, they're right. So yeah, and I'll mix in a little bit of like Crystal Light just to give it a little flavor sometimes. But I'm addicted to water too, I guess.
Something that I always like to share stories with is I have this friend who absolutely despises the taste of water. And, she's tried Crystal Light. She's tried all these different things. Finally, we discovered that she'll drink water if she throws a Tic Tac in there. So I'm just saying a Tic Tac.
TikTok. I mean, not TikTok. TikTok.
Yeah, she throws.
If you're listening, another great sponsorship right here.
A tic tac, yeah. But
Great partnering here.
but that's my point, is to not give up. She didn't give up. She kept going until she found something that worked for her. And obviously that's what you're doing for yourself. And I just want to commend that, because that is such an amazing thing. You didn't give up. You're willing to try eating meat. You're willing to drink blood. I mean,
well, I mean, there was a couple options here. Like, and I was gonna possibly take the easy route out, which, do the stomach stapling surgery or gastric bypass and whatever else. And yeah, sure, I looked into that, and some of them weren't covered by my insurance, so then I had to pay out of pocket. And so there's that expense. You decide what you can afford, or you make the changes in your life to create balance, create mental awareness, and create more mindful experiences in your life. And there's no time like now to do this. I mean, I really feel the energy of 2021. I really feel it's powerful. It's entrepreneurial. It's about investing in people, investing in life. And I think our new president is a great example of steps to make. I don't want to get political here, and you guys don't agree, because some of you guys didn't agree on Facebook when I just did 2 posts, and I found out who some of my real friends were. Let's just leave it at
that. Ouch. Yeah. It's heated these days.
It's heated. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting though. Well, if you think about it, we've never been so divided in our country and our lives than now. So I understand where it's coming from, and I understand, the need to heal and do that. So if anyone's interested in joining the mastermind and being we have the most incredible strategic partners that can make anything happen for anybody.
So how do they get to be a part of one of your masterminds?
Well, they have to sign up and pay some money.
And where do they sign up?
And we're actually going to do a special. We're going to start off at $60, and then it's going to increase to out 30,000, 4,000. But where they go to sign up, that's still being created. Okay. The business formula and idea and the business itself, we just got all the paperwork for that. We're finalizing all the contracts with all the people involved. But let's just say you take the biggest, brightest minds, and let's say this is a mastermind that they take turns hosting. So let's say, I won't even mention names because I can't release everybody that's a part of it, but let's just say everyone said yes that I've asked. And another thing Julie taught me, by the way, and it's been great ever since, is to pick up the phone and call the people that you want to be a part of what you're doing. Don't just send them a message. And I must give part of this credit to Eric Swanson. Eric Swanson told me this like way back when. Dude, why aren't you picking up your phone? And he'd leave all these voice messages. And here in my head, I'm thinking, he's doing that because there's no proof. He's not texting. And some of the message would erase. That was me being stupid. I was in my own way in a relationship with him, and you live and you learn. But seriously, pick up the phone, call someone. It's not that hard. And if you keep making excuses, it just makes you look even worse. So the power of connection is connecting with people, listening, talking, hearing what they have to say, and then making observations.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully not too many, because you don't want to also put demands on people, and that's
a good distinction. That's a very good distinction. And you know what? I could totally hear Eric when you said, dude.
Yeah.
That sounds so like him.
In the back of my mind, every time he did it, I'm thinking, this is really special. I'm not even honoring him for doing it, but it's really special that he's leaving me these voice messages. Mm-hmm. Really he took the time out to be that extra step and be that friendly and leave that voice message. Why am I criticizing someone that's doing something nice? You know, and
Change the perception.
yeah, change the perception, you know, and then if a lot of people are telling you you're too demanding, Mike, you have too high of expectations, we can't work with you, don't just keep looking for the next project to do. Realize there's something in you that needs to change. And
well, that's a good thing for everyone, you know, like look within that. You're the only thing you can change in reality. Everything else is external and we don't really have any control over that. I just love that.
Yeah, Richard Gordon, just one last thing, says be you for you. And that's his mantra. And it's so powerful.
I love it.
My greatest friends. And yeah, be you for you is so powerful. Like no one's gonna do you like you're gonna do you, but like be you to the best of your ability.
That is well said. We are almost out of time. We only got about like 2 minutes left. Is there anything, last parting words of wisdom you would love to share with our audience? Because you've already dropped a million gems, so I'm just going to give you the last chance.
Well,
I'll put you on the spot. How about that?
Yeah. So I think people, what you should be concentrating on for this next year is to really just create a list of 10 things that you want by the end of the year, and then you're more than welcome to hit me up, hit Julie up, hit whoever up, and then go for it. So the way that you work, the way you actually work, like that's beneficial for yourself, is to actually work from the end to the beginning. So like take the project and then
work backwards.
Pick the date that you want it to happen on. By picking a date, you've made that commitment already in your head that you've shared it with the world. Now you have to do it. You can't just say you're going to do something. Like Jules has said, like when where's the website and what's the other stuff? I haven't even done that yet. But I've got everybody in place. I have all the contracts. I have everything ready to go. I mean, and I'm so happy with the process. And I've created a non-disclosure agreement so that like what we share is our own personal business, and not everybody needs to be aware of it or be on the projects that we choose to do. But also, I just wanted to say one last tidbit. E360 TV is the most incredible opportunity for anybody that wants to be seen on all platforms.
Yep, absolutely.
And on all platforms at once, from Apple TV to Amazon to Roku. And Aaron and Joshua and Lauren, they're three of the sweetest guys you'll ever meet. And they really have this mindset and the skills to help you like live out your dream. And they're creative as fuck. Okay.
Ooh, language.
Creative AF. That Lauren is an amazing creator, and the beginning of the show and the end of the show and sponsors. I mean, man, that guy like blows everybody out of the water. He's amazing. So E360, this platform that Jules is on.
We're on.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm gonna have my own show on this exciting network soon, Mr. Big Stuff. People have been calling me that for years, probably because I'm fat and tall, but now, and I think part of it was that I'm involved in a lot of great things. So
absolutely,
that I'm involved in a lot of great things, and I'm utilizing.
Thank you so much, Mikey. We do have to go because we are at the top of the hour. But once again, as always, it is such a pleasure, and we'll have to have you back on the show.
Thanks.
Bye, Mikey.
Thanks. It's been a pleasure. I love you so much. Thanks for having me.
I love you too. All right, we are done for the day. Until Thursday. Happy New Year, everyone.